If you don't feel the need to be in a relationship right now, it's probably for the best. Probably it's time for you to focus on yourself. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to focus on yourself and decentering relationships in your life. Placing the focus back on you, especially if you've been in long-term relationships or if you've been dating for a while, if you've not been by yourself on your own with yourself for a while, this is necessary for your evolution right now. So if you don't feel the need to be in a relationship, it's because there is a reason. It's because it's for your higher good. You no longer want to participate in toxic relationships, in codependency, in old patterns that you repeated perhaps in your relationships in the past. You don't want to participate in that anymore. That is no longer for you. That's no longer how you want to do relationships. You don't want to play toxic games. You don't want to play codependency. You don't want abuse anymore. You're no longer down to play that game in your relationships. And that just shows your evolution as a soul, as a human being. If you want to play the healthy relationship game right now instead of the toxic, then you need to detox. You need to let go of all those patterns that don't serve you. And how do you do that? When you're constantly dating or you're in relationships all the time, it's much more difficult to establish a good relationship with yourself when you are facing relationships with others constantly, when you're inside a committed relationship, when you're dating multiple people. It's much harder to focus your energy back on you and building the person that you want to be. If you feel called to completely stop dating and focus on you, then do so. There's nothing written in stone that says that you have to be in a relationship and that you have to be dating. If you want to stop dating completely for a while and focus on you, then do so. It's perfectly fine and it's necessary. Because a healthy relationship with others starts from a healthy relationship with yourself first. You can't have a healthy relationship with someone else if you don't have a healthy relationship with yourself. To me, it's important to have a phase where you're not dating anyone. In that phase, you're healing. You are not participating in any active relationships because you are putting the focus back on you. Your focus is not on your partner or on what everybody else is doing. Your focus is entirely on you. And this is so important because this allows you to see what patterns do you want to participate in and what patterns no longer serve you in terms of relationships. It allows also to spend more time with yourself because the most important relationship of your life is the one you have with yourself. That's the most important relationship to cultivate. Once that relationship with yourself is healthy, is loving, is compassionate, is full, then you can pour that fullness onto others. Then you can pour your love onto others. So embrace the solo phase, embrace the single phase, embrace the phase where you're not dating anyone, the doors are closed, it's just you. Take it as if you're dating yourself. You take yourself to dinner. You take yourself to the movies. You take yourself to a walk in the park. You do things for you. Don't expect or wait for anyone to do the things because you are the one who needs to take care of yourself first. The only person that knows you the best is you. So you need to fulfill your own needs first and foremost. So when you're in love with your life, when you're living the present moment, when you spend time with yourself, when you love your own company, when you learn to love yourself unconditionally, that is the set point from which you are going to attract other people in your life that will match that same vibe. Because if you want a healthy relationship, if you want someone to love you, to accept you, to be loyal to you, to be honest with you, to communicate with you, it needs to start from within. You need to start doing it with yourself first. You need to be honest with yourself. You need to stop betraying yourself. You need to come back home to yourself. You need to be your own home. You need to be grounded in your own body and in your own identity. And if that is not done, then it's going to be really difficult for you to be in a relationship with someone else, because the relationship is quickly going to be the center of all your attention and the center of all your focus. And you're not going to focus back on you. So embrace this wonderful period of just being with yourself. Date yourself, upgrade yourself, go to the gym, start eating cleaner foods. Take care of your physical body, of your mental health, of your emotional health. All of this is going to make you a person of value. The most important relationship is the one that you have with yourself. So cultivate that relationship. Make it a loving place to be. And from there, the people that are supposed to be with you are going to be drawn to you effortlessly. You don't need any dating apps. You don't need to be on the lookout or chasing anyone. No, because your set point, your vibrational set point is going to attract people naturally. This is how it happens. But there is no rush to be in a relationship. Why would you want to rush to be in a relationship if you haven't figured out who you are yet? In relationships, you get what you practice. So if you practice kindness, love, and compassion towards yourself, that's what you will get from other people who match your same vibration. If you are practicing negative self-talk, if you are practicing anxiety and worry and chasing other people, that's the energy that you're in, and that will attract the same kind of people. So you get what you practice. So practice non-judgment. Stop judging yourself for every single thing you do. Stop judging your physique. Stop judging who you are, and try to accept yourself much more. Self-acceptance is so important to start to love yourself and to have a healthy relationship with yourself. You can't accept and love others if you don't accept yourself. And if you keep judging yourself, you will keep judging others. If you keep criticizing yourself, you will keep criticizing others. You will receive what you practice in return. So this is a moment right now for you to develop yourself, to make sure that you're in a good place with yourself, to fall in love with yourself, to fall in love with your life, to make sure you prioritize yourself, you put yourself on top of your priority list, to make sure that you have direction, you have purpose. All of those things are so important in building who you are, in your identity, because when you know who you are, you know where you're going, it will be much more easy for you to discern and to choose the people in your life who are meant to come with you, and release the people in your life who are not meant to come with you. Decentering relationships for a while is going to propel you so much further in your journey, because you're no longer placing all your energy in what other people are doing and how you should feel about them and trying to figure out what kind of relationships you want. The first relationship you need to figure out is the one with yourself. Once that is solid, then you can open yourself back up to dating, and it will be a whole new experience. Because you know what you want, you know what you don't want. It is clear. It is super clear. You're not going to waste your time with anyone that doesn't resonate with you. And let me tell you, once you love yourself and you love your life and you live in the present moment, magical things happen, miracles happen. You don't have to chase anyone. You don't have to worry about not meeting anyone, because you will. This is the thing, like, you will meet someone that matches that vibration, especially if you want a healthy relationship, especially if you want a divine union. This is the path of being solo, the path of being with yourself. It's an illusion to think that someone is going to come and save us. Your partner is not there to save you. You're the one who needs to save yourself. Your partner is just an addition to your life. It's a mirror of the relationship you have with yourself. The people you choose in your life, you choose them according to your values, to your principles. So make sure that you have high values and you value yourself very highly. and that you value people who treat you with respect, who treat you with love, who show you their love. And you need to start somewhere. And so perhaps just cutting out all the people that are leaking your energy, that are draining you, that do not serve your highest purpose and potential is a good thing. It's a good thing to not be dating for a while. You want to preserve your energy. You want to focus your energy back on yourself, on your projects, on your career. How are your finances doing? How are you doing at work? Are you happy? Do you want to change it? Are you happy where you are? Do you want to travel more? That's what you need to be focusing on right now, on building your life, because the only person who is going to be with you for the rest of your life is yourself. So that trust, that self-love, that confidence needs to come from within. It needs to be cultivated. And you're not cultivating that when you're dating multiple people or when you're in a long-term relationship. Not as much. In my experience, there is no such thing as being completely with yourself and being comfortable with yourself. Nothing can stop you once you achieve that. If you're comfortable with yourself, with your presence, if you don't judge yourself, you accept yourself, you love yourself, you're the queen of your queendom, this is the best place to be. And from there, yes, open yourself up to dating, but just when you're ready. Only when you know your values, your standards, your identity, your direction, who you are, what you're doing here. So if you're not ready to be in a relationship, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with you. You're right where you need to be. There is no rush at all. You're never late to your destiny. Never. I hope you could take something useful from this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.